warned you not to be stubborn. Now you die! You've just thrown it all away! Dreams don't come true when you're dead!
Just get out of the way, Naruto! No, look out! Don't you worry about me! Until I become Hokage, I don't care what happens, I am not gonna die! Okay, let's see you dodge me this time! Here goes!
He's channeling chakra again, like before. No, this is different.
Now I see. He made the clone to gather up his chakra. Ingenious. Compress the chakra! Keep it going! That's impossible! Rasengan!
So as you can tell from the title, there is a topic that I really wanted to tackle today. Why Naruto is as popular as it is. Now, few anime have reached a level of popularity the likes of DBZ, Pokemon, and of course this show, Naruto. But what is it that make those shows so popular in the first place? Now, I don't have all the answers, but I will be answering some of my own questions for this sort of idea of how crazily popular this show got. Now, though I'm not going to phrase them like questions or anything, because while recording this, I'd feel pretty cuckoo, or at least not like I'm asking myself. I'm kind of butchering this. I'm not going to phrase them like a question like I'm asking myself. First, what does it have in common with shows like Dragon Ball Z? The action, throat punching, gut kicking, curve stomping, and dick slashing. I think I've lost sight of this situation. Anyways, both shows have action. Everyone feels the pumping of fiery blood from a good fight scene, but it's not just the force pounding, face blasting, and dick slashing. A lot of the time it's the stakes or the story. Love long-running shonen or hate them, there's no denying there's good build-up in those shows, due to the length. Before the final battle with Haku and Zabuza, we get background info on those characters and the land of the waves in general. Before Naruto vs. Neji, we see Hinata's perspective and utilize Naruto's dream and have Neji play off that. And the original series spent its entire run building up to Naruto versus Sasuke, and then Naruto leaves the village at the end, and it kind of fit, and there was a lot of great build-up there. Sorry for all the old examples, just using ones I'm better familiar with. Anyways, perhaps you can better understand with those examples how better familiarizing yourself with the characters who are fighting and why they are fighting could help you care about the action in the characters within that action a bit more. Not to mention, the more time you spend with Naruto, for example, you care about him more and his battles and what he fights for and what he stands for. And you learn what he fights for and what he stands for throughout the course of the show. Next big reason is the setting. It's clear that Kishimoto took some liberties with the term ninja when making Naruto by making them a weird mixture of these DBZ super beings and fucking wizards. Also, a lot of people don't realize that this supposedly olden time Japanese setting has TVs, radios, power lines. okay. The setting is certainly interesting, and I think that it helped the setting a lot. Like, just not having your typical boring Edo period Japan, which I'm not knocking that period. I think settings, that shows that use that setting aren't necessarily bad. I just think it's interesting. When you look at modern day Japan and there's guns, yeah, I'm not really feeling this. Yeah. The setting was initially interesting. So he had like this weird old setting of Naruto where there's guns and stuff in it. Like, just, it was weird. The original, like, drawn concepts for what Naruto was supposed to be. I wasn't feeling it. And maybe Kishimoto wasn't either. Probably why it was changed. Instead, they made the more modern aspects of the setting a bit subtle, and I appreciate that. And I think the fans unknowingly appreciate that too, instead of having Naruto set in present day. So that made a lot of sense. Now, the filled to the brim action and the odd, cool setting aren't the biggest reasons this show has seen so much mainstream popularity, or at least I don't think so. Now, before I move on to my main point, it is also important to note that this did get exposure on things like Toonami and Cartoon Network, and that most definitely helped it. But I think it had some growing popularity, especially in Japan and alongside the manga for a long time. So it's not just that. Now, what do you think is the biggest thing going for Naruto? That one make or break it thing for most people when going into the series? And the answer is Naruto! No, kidding. But I know what some of you may be thinking. But Naruto is so annoying. Or Kakashi is a better character. Meh. And to that I say, you're right. I do believe Kakashi is a better character, if that's what you were thinking. Or do I mean you're wrong? Oh, I know what I mean now. Neither. You see, even he isn't your favorite. But he's presented in a way from the very beginning that makes you automatically care more about him than most. You understand him, and within the run of the first episode, we see this annoying kid who resorts to vandalism to get a good laugh, and that's not really funny at all, but still, we also see why this little blonde bastard is a filthy vandal. This kid lost his family. It's an admittedly very emotional first episode. Yeah, we don't see him lose his family, but still, he's unjustly treated by society like he's some sort of fucking demon. When it's just he has a demon inside of him, and he can't help that. It's like Paranormal Activity or some shit. And that's a really endearing main character to have. Like with most underdog stories, we want to watch this kid succeed. Karate Kid, Freaks and Geeks, the Geeks, and for anime fans, My Hero Academia. These characters are endearing because they're good kids with problems we can empathize with. We sympathize for them. We've all been at the bottom before, and underdog character is a character that could be understood and accepted universally. And Naruto, being the main character, just does so much for this show. And that's why Naruto, both the show and the character, are so well liked by many. And you can take that to the bank, if you ask me. I thank you all for watching this video, and maybe subscribing, because you know you want to. And I'll see you on the next Quest for Anime. Actually, it's kind of hilarious. The video I made before this one was just basically an impressions video for the Fate Kaleid, Liner Prisma, Ilya trailers. All three of the new ones for the new 4th season, even though it's dubbed the 3rd season. That's really weird. But that whole thing is really weird. But I was hoping and planning and trying to make that video as short as I possibly could. It came out to 8 minutes. And by the time I was actually done with the content of this video, this video was only like 5 minutes and 15 seconds. I know that it's still going as I speak now, but I just thought that was interesting. Anyways, once again, I will see you all on the next Quest for Anime.